Give me an update where you're at with your business and what challenges are you having? How can I best support help you today?
Okay. I should be closing um, on the first flip house that I acquired just before I joined you guys.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll close the books on that in the next couple weeks.
When you say closing the book, is that so you're buying it? You
Selling.
haven't fixed it up yet, right?
No, it's fixed.
Oh,
It's sold. It's just that it hasn't went out to the closing table yet.
got it. Got it. Okay. Okay.
My goal is to do much more of that. I guess the issue is at this point, I think I still lack in my evaluation abilities on some of these properties I'm getting emails on. Some of these things I don't think are deals.
Okay.
And, I consult with Grant and says, no, they work, or just maybe this is a little bit off, but I'm missing the boat somewhere along the line with Fusion. That's one of the things, and maybe just getting enough properties
Got it. Okay.
come across my desk.
So, okay, good. That's good to know. So the number one thing for you is analyzing the deals from the other wholesalers. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I need to get a lot more proficient at that.
Okay, good. So so a good way for you to practice that, and this is this is very applicable to those of you who are doing the Creek Bend property with Brent. So I want you to go back to Creek Bend, and I want you to analyze it as if like the deal just came to you, and now you're analyzing it, deciding whether you're gonna take it down.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so you're gonna pretend like you're buying Creek Bend on your own. So you're gonna analyze the deal. You're gonna run your comps. If you disagree with anything that Brent says about Creek Bend, like for you to argue with him about that, it's like, hey, look, like this is the comps that I saw. Like, how did you get that comp? That doesn't make sense to me, right? And so just pretend like you're buying that deal all over again.
Okay.
Okay, and really go to work on analyzing that. And then the second thing is that the second thing is find private lenders as if you were gonna get that deal funded. So first you're gonna analyze the deal, as if it's a new deal. And if there's anything that you disagree with Brent, argue with him about that. And then you go out there and you find a private lender. And you say, hey, private lender, I have this deal that I'm working on with several partners, and I want to see if this is something that you would lend on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you're not going to actually get him to lend on it. To say, we already have a private lender in place, or we already funded it, but I want to see if this is something you would lend on based on these numbers.
Okay.
Okay. And you're going to hire a contractor to go out there and bid on the house, just as if you were buying it without Brent. Okay. Pierre, you didn't switch over to use telephone, Pierre. That's why I'm getting feedback from your cell phone and your mic. So on your GoToWebinar, can you click on telephone mode, the audio?
Oh, I did.
You did?
Yes, first thing I did when you told me to.
No, not you, Jamie. I'm talking about Pierre.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Okay, now Pierre, enter in the audio pin that is showing up for you on the conference call. Okay, so where was I?
Contractor.
Yeah, so run the comps on it like you're buying it. Send out a contractor to bid on the house just like as if you were buying it. Go talk to a private lender as if that private lender is gonna fund the deal. Like just go through that whole thing again.
Uh-huh.
That I mean that will help you greatly. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay, so go do that, and so once you do that, and you're done with that, you can also go back to the Briarband property and do the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, do the same thing with that Flip School property.
Uh-huh. Now, let me ask you, Tim, do we have access to the DoDeals Cityscape properties?
Uh, Access as in like, can you buy those properties? You mean?
Correct. Do we have the higher level of access, getting the deals before they get broadcast out to the general public?
Yes, yes. I already talked to AC and Anna about that. Yeah, they yeah, they have agreed to email it out to the group. The only thing is this, depending on the property, you may or may not get that much time ahead of the public. So, but we want to give you at least a few hours before the public gets it,
Okay.
right? And
So
so,
the emails we are currently getting, these are these the advance notice emails, or are
no,
these
they're
ones
not.
that have been broadcast?
The email that you're currently getting are the broadcast email.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, Anna just texted me, so I'm gonna text her right now to remind her. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Would be awesome.
okay. Okay. So so yeah, so do that, and then if you want, you want to get more practice, certainly, analyze um, analyze those deals that you're getting from the wholesalers as well. And when you after you analyze it, before you say no to it, or like whether you say yes or no to it, if you see that there's some potential there, just email it out to the group so that way either myself or AC or Jim or Brant, like whoever's available can like jump in and give you inputs on that.
Sure. Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Um, all right, and then your goal is one deal a month. Is that correct?
Yeah, at minimum. I'm fine with doing more. I'm not going to cut myself off, but yeah, one a month.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah. So definitely, all those wholesaler deals, and then um, contacting some REO agents to tell them to start sending you deals. Whenever you talk to agents, make sure you tell them like only send you deals that has at least 20,000 or more in repairs.
Uh-huh.
Right? Because then you're not competing with the retail market.
Yeah.
So that way, they know specifically what type of deals to send to you. So you're not having to compete with a bunch of people.
Okay.
Okay. Jim, can you hear us? Jim, are you there? Can you enter in your PIN number, Jim? Your audio PIN, because we can't hear you. I don't know if you even can. Okay. If you can't hear me, Jim, your PIN number is #107#. So if you can enter that in. Okay. All right, you're in.
Tim,
Yep, I can hear.
Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
On this MLS Fusion page,
Uh-huh.
can we only look up listings on MLS?
What
How do you get a comparative market analysis of a property that's not yet listed?
um, well, okay. The property doesn't have to be listed on the MLS for you to do a CMA on it, because your CMA is based on the subdivision.
All right. Do you pull it up on this page?
To find out the name of the subdivision, is that what you mean?
No, to find the analysis of the house.
Well, okay. Generally speaking, you're gonna use this form here to find an analysis of a subdivision or a house.
Okay. So you go into search.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So now, yeah. So before I get to anyone else, though, let me finish up with Jamie. So Jamie, yeah. Any other questions for now?
I think those are two big roadblocks. If I can
Okay.
get those straight, I think that'll open up a few more things.
Okay. So how many deals are you analyzing on average right now?
I'm probably getting, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 a week maybe, emails.
Are you analyzing all of them, or how many are you analyzing?
Some of them, even their numbers that they're using don't look like a deal. So I don't bother to do it. Maybe I should.
Yeah, you should
But the
do it
ones
just
that
to
I
learn.
analyze,
You should do it just to practice analyzing the deal.
yeah, I agree.
Right. So how about you analyze on average like 3 deals a day? What do you think about
Okay. Yeah.
that? Okay. Um, hey Jim.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So Jamie is focusing on wholesale deals, and I've also told him to have REO brokers and having agents to send him deals that need 20,000 or more in repairs. Do you have any other ideas for Jamie to have people bringing him deals?
Well, to have people bring you deals, you somewhat limited to wholesalers and brokers. Beyond that, there's lots of ways
Hey,
to
Kelly.
generate.
I'm sitting here trying to do 6 things at one time, literally.
Hold on. All right. Go ahead, Jim. Sorry. Mike, I muted you out for now, buddy. Anyways, go ahead, Jim.
Okay, Jamie, when you say to bring deals to you, are you talking about somebody finding a deal that's already under contract, like a wholesale deal or
Yeah,
or a
it's wholesaler deals.
property?
It's wholesaler emails.
Yeah, the only options you've got in order to have people bring deals to you, I see three options. Maybe Tim has some more. One is wholesalers. 2 is real estate brokers for listed properties. And the third is a partner or a staff member that works exclusively for you, or and isn't, when they find a deal, they're going to bring it directly to you. In other words, in-house the search for properties. Are you a one-man show at this point?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the last of the question.
Are you a one-man operation at this point?
I am.
Okay. So I would say the first 2 options are the only ways that you can get deals brought to you. Now, there's lots of other ways to generate leads, and Tim has taught you several of them already. But as far as getting deals brought to you, prepackaged or already under contract, the only 2 options that I'm aware of are wholesalers or brokers.
So the better deals, I mean, I'm sure, are from doing your own marketing and you filtering through the deals instead of someone filtering before you.
Yeah, the advantage of generating your own deal or your own lead is that you're getting directly to the motivated seller. And I would encourage you to do that. Of course, wholesalers, you've already encountered some of the problems with wholesalers. First of all, they've got to earn a living, so they're going to add a fee above and beyond what they've got the property under contract for, and which is totally reasonable and realistic that they do that. That's how they make their living. And they've done a significant amount of the work for you by finding that deal and getting it under contract. But you do tend to get better deals if you generate your own lead through some of the sources that Tim has already taught you, such as a direct mail campaign, pre-foreclosure campaign, that sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, like for you, Jamie, though, because of the hours, the kind of hours that you're working now, I would advise for you to stick with having people bringing you deals, like the wholesalers, like the brokers and agents and bird dogs, so that way, so that way the leads are I guess warmer by the time you have by the time they get to you, because when you market for sellers, you're gonna have to take the calls, you're gonna have to go out and meet with the sellers, get the property in the contract. So there's more work involved in that, and I think because of the kind of work hours that you have, I think going this route will be okay for now. And and then and just get more aggressive with people bringing you deals. So like be on top of the wholesalers. Don't even wait for them to email you. Just in the morning when you have time, just text them and say, hey, you have any new deals yet? I'm looking for a deal right now. Right. So you get deals from them before they even blast it out. Okay. So that's what I would recommend for you to do, and then after you do a few deals, and then you can hire an assistant or a VA to take the incoming calls, and run comps on the properties. Then that's when doing advertising would make more sense for you.
Can you teach me how to utilize VAs?
Say that again.
Can you teach me how to utilize virtual assistants and just kind of give me an idea of the cost and whatnot?
So a virtual assistant is going to cost you they varies, but it's going to cost you somewhere between $300 to $500 a month.
Okay.
The thing with virtual assistants is that the good ones are typically already employed, and so you would have to find someone, find someone and train them on how to do that. In the beginning, it's easy to train them to make calls and do some comps, and they can email you the CMA, and then you just analyze the deals from there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, when you get to that part, we can. Is that something you wanting to start doing now? Or is that something you want to do in the near
I think I need to
future?
get aggressive with that part of it because time is what I don't have a lot of. I have a little more money than time at this point.
Okay.
And so I think that's where my energy is best utilized.
Got it. Okay. So all right. So then okay. You know what? We might. Okay. I'll talk to my I'll talk to my staff about finding you somebody.
Okay.
Okay. So good. So
Excellent.
let me make a note of that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Okay, so anything else, Jamie, or you're good to go for now?
That's a pretty good start, I think, Tim.
Awesome, good. Yeah, we don't need to condense everything in one call here with you, right? So yeah, as long as you have a good action plan in place, so we'll do that.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right. So who wants to be next? Who wants to be the next person on our hot seat here?
Yeah.
Huh? Anybody? If not, I'm going to call on you. All right, so Pierre, I'm going to call on you.
All right, we'll see.
Pierre, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay.
I want to call on you because you were the second. Like actually, you were the first person to get on today. So, but yeah. So your situation is very similar to Jamie. So did you hear what I told Jamie to do with the Creekbend property?
Yes.
Okay. So can you do the exact same thing too?
Sure. I've been playing with the beta system for quite a while, so I feel very comfortable analyzing deals.
Oh, you're very okay. So have you been analyzing a lot of deals from the wholesalers?
Yes, the ones that are coming through across my email, across the desk and whatnot, and gotten really good at it.
Okay. Now, are you no, okay, there's you're good at analyzing the deals, but are you good at knowing which deal makes sense? Like for example, if you go back and you analyze Creekbend, will you agree with Brent that Creekbend made sense? Like if you had analyzed it on your own without him, like would you have agreed with the numbers that he was saying?
Well, definitely based on the comps that have sold and the ones that have option pendings, and yeah, I would agree that it is a deal.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So good. So what are what are your challenges now? Are you having enough deals to analyze, or do you need to, yeah? What are your challenges right now?
My challenges mostly is time, just like Jamie's.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the last time we talked about challenges, I don't know if you remember it or not, we talked about finding private money, and you told us to go out and take a few guys out to lunch and meet them and talk with them. I've done that. So I have about 6 or 7 private lenders lined up.
Awesome! Congratulations. That's great.
So that was my challenge the last time we got to actually talk on either a webinar or in person.
Okay.
So that's working good.
Can I interject here, Pierre, if I may?
Yes, Jim. Go ahead.
Pierre, you mentioned that you've got 5 or 6 private money lenders lined up. So you've gotten verbal commitments from them that they will fund a deal if you can find a deal that meets their parameters, correct?
That is correct.
Good deal. So what I might recommend to you, first of all, let me ask you, of the private money lenders that you've lined up, are any of them very well heeled where they have lots and lots of money and always have money available, or are they of a category where they've got a certain amount of money available and it's available for a relatively short term before they get it out on the street working? Or is it somebody who is waiting for you to produce a deal?
It's not one person waiting for me to do a deal. Some of them have limited amounts, and others have almost unlimited amounts. I would say like $1 million. But the challenge with that is they lend it out. Some of them have been tapped out, and others, you know, they have a little bit higher interest rates, but, you know, it is what it is. But I'm going to continually try to meet new private lenders, money lenders with better rates.
Excellent. And that's exactly what you should be doing, is continually meeting private money lenders, always looking to get a better rate. When you find one that's got money available, you want to get that money to work as quickly as possible, because if they've got some experience under the belt, remember, they have lots and lots of opportunities to put their money to work, and you want to be the person they do business with. So don't let a lot of grass grow under your feet once you find somebody in putting a deal together that will satisfy their criteria. It sounds to me like you're following exactly the right path as far as your private money sources are concerned. You're doing exactly what you should be doing.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
Tim, do you agree with that? That he's doing what he should be doing with the private money?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
The key is you're taking action. You're out there talking to people and networking and getting commitments from people and from lenders, potential lenders, and keep in touch with those that you've already spoken with and generate some more. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right. And yeah, and Pierre, you know, same thing for you with Jamie, the fact that you don't have a lot of time, yeah, like having a VA to contact these wholesalers, getting deals and sort of pre-screen these deals for you is something that you might want to also consider as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so having someone out there scouting out deals for you. Oh yeah, and same for both of you too. I mean, you know, you also have the HUD home deals that you can also work on as well. The HUD home deals that Gerald has been emailing out, they are the ones that had so I have a VA that bid on these HUD home deals, and whenever HUD counters like come back with a counter offer, we send them out to the group for you guys. And so you know, so now you know how much HUD is wanting for that property, so you can do further analysis on it and see if your number and their number matches or not, or close to it. And then if it's a deal that you think has potential, go ahead and bid on it on your end. Okay, so that's what those HUD homes are for. They're not straight from their website. They're only the ones that responded to us with a counter offer.
Jim?
Uh-huh.
This is Pierre. So when we get the email with those listings on it, and they have that means it's been counted, the offer's been counted. So do you have the amount that was counted in the emails?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. I wasn't on that webinar when we did the HUD homes, so I was wondering what those were for. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you know, all of those deals. I mean, any leads that that we send out, they're leads for you guys to work on. So yeah, so take advantage of them. And whether if it's a normal seller, then contact them, make them an offer, and if it's a HUD home, then do further analysis on them, and decide if you want to bid on them or not. All right, so on my screen here is the email of the HUD home leads. So you can see here there's the here's HUD asking price. Like let's say take this first property. HUD asking price is $79,200, and our bid is $44,000, and HUD counter at $65,000. So they have the counter offer on the right side. Okay. And then the seller leads that you guys are getting, they're leads that come from they could either come from our website, they could came from our Craigslist ads, or they could come from a for sale by owner. However, we had text out to that for sale by owner and asked them if they would be interested in a discounted cash offer, and they say yes, and that's when we send it to you. So they are warm leads that you can work on. So make sure you contact them as well. Okay. All right, Pierre, do you have any other questions?
No, that's all for right now.
Okay, so you're clear on what you need to do, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Unless there's something more other than analyzing the deals and having deals sent to me and building my private money lender list.
Nope, that's it. So we'll start you with that. So if you have any, but you need anything else, then let us know.
Okay, I will.
All right, Pierre, thanks, buddy. All right, Phil, you're next, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so what are you working on? What challenges do you have? What do you need help with?
I'm trying to put together some mailing lists, and actually, as we're sitting here doing this, I'm going through the probate list and making a thing. And I've got a postcard company ready to start sending stuff that I've done for non-owner occupants, but I don't have enough names in there. I've got about 500 or so. And I'm just straggling around here trying to come up with another way of doing this. And I've been through Stewart Title doing that. I was trying to come up with expired listings through the MLS, but I couldn't figure out how to do that as I was doing it on my own. And then once these are out, I've got a website I'm trying to drive these to, and then hopefully we'll get started. But I just got all these pieces to put together. I've been talking to Jim once a week and calling private lenders, trying to get them lined up. And I've got 3 or 4 of them ready to take out to lunch, but that's really it. I'm trying to get to the point where I get the first house bought.
Okay.
As I say, I've flipped one and rehabbed one prior to this, but I'm trying to get houses bought with this system, but it's trying to get the system all pulled together so that I can do this. And the way I'm doing the probate list is very labor intensive, although I've figured out a way to make it less labor intensive by copying the names into an Excel spreadsheet, just copy and paste. But it takes a long time to go through there, and I think that's why there's a company out there that sells probate lists, because they got some other monkey other than me that's doing what I'm doing, and then they're charging you for what they're doing. But what I need to do is figure out ways that are easier for me to do to generate some targeted lists with various qualities in them to use in the direct mail marketing, and get that done. And I need to get a house or two bought and sold, and then as I've heard you talking to other people, is once you do that, then then you start hiring VAs to do some of this stuff, and you're not as much doing it all yourself.
Right.
But
and okay,
anyway,
so in the meantime that you are waiting for your marketing to go out, what other ways are you what else are you doing to generate the leads of finding the deals?
well, I need to get some bandit signs started. And I called a guy or called a company here in town. Haven't got an answer back from them. Then I got sidetracked off doing down another avenue trying to get something else put together.
Right. Did you go out? Did you go out and get some free bandit signs yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Man, there was so many, like at those at those voting stations. I mean, voting polls, like you literally can go to one of them and get hundreds of bandit signs and stakes all at one time.
Right.
Right.
And then, if you do that, I guess you have to hand do them all when you put them out. So.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's cheap. You're getting free stakes, free signs.
Right.
Yeah, it's a good deal. All right. What else were you saying?
That's really it. I'm working on these lists, and I've got a website up. And once I get that done, you try to figure out ways to drive the traffic to the websites. And the direct mail marketing is trying to do that too, is drive them to the website.
Okay. Yeah.
The website that's set up has a motivation questionnaire, so
okay.
if you can get them to fill that out, you've got them pre-screened and pre-motivated and halfway educated before you talk to them.
Before you send out your postcard, has the postcard already gone out?
No, not yet.
Okay, can you email me what the postcard looked like before you do that?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, just email to the group so that way, I can give you feedback from there.
Okay.
Or Jim or AC or any of us. Okay, cool. So you having your postcards going out. You're gonna do some bandit signs. What else? Anything else?
No, not right now.
Okay. And then in the meantime, you're scheduling an appointment with private lenders. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, good. I would recommend you to also go ahead and contact all of the wholesalers as well.
Okay.
The cool thing with the wholesalers is that sometimes you have a deal, or they have a deal that you might not want it, but but they would be willing to pay you if you can pay you a referral fee if you can help them find a buyer, so that way you can post those deals on Craigslist or contact your buyers, and maybe one of your buyers might buy it, and you can make some money that way. So for example, Pierre had a deal, I think it was last week or the week before, and he analyzed the deal, and it was too thin for him to do, and he remembers that Gary Fleming had a buyer that paid more, and so he contacted Gary and asked Gary for that buyer's contact info. So he ended up wholesaling to that buyer and made $2,000 for that lead that he was going to throw away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So,
Anything else I should be doing?
huh?
Anything else I should be doing?
Same thing what I said to Jamie and Pierre is just contact like audio brokers and agents and ask them to find you deals that needs $20,000 or more in repairs. And preferably like if the deal is 90 days or more days on market and it has $20,000 or more in repairs, those are really good deals for you to make offers on.
Okay.
Got that?
Yes.
All right. So are you clear on what you need to do?
Yes. I am. Well, yeah. One other thing I'm doing is, I've got a letter that I'm sending out to brokers, just asking them if they've got spare time where they're sitting around doing nothing, to do some MLS searches, looking for a whole bunch of keywords: motivated sellers, burnouts. I forget all the keywords. There's like 20 of them, and then letting us make offers on those. And you just, you make the offers probably around 60% of what their asking price is, and then get started talking to them and see. Then you can find out what.
It doesn't have to be that way. Just make offers based on So yeah, if like I said, if the property is 90 days plus and it needs 20,000 or more in repairs, you can start to analyze and make offers that you're willing to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so yeah, you don't have to it doesn't have to be 60% or 50%. Like, make real offers.
Okay.
Okay. You know what, Jim? Wouldn't it be cool if the MLS start to put in like estimated repair amount in their listing? That'd be really cool, huh?
That would be cool.
I thought generally the agents didn't like to list anything that needed repairs.
Well, when on REOs, I mean, on bank owned, they need repairs regardless. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Phil, any other question?
No, not right now.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Thank you, sir. All right, Mike, are you there?
Yes?
Okay. Do you want to be on the hot seat?
Well, while we've been sitting here, I lost a bid on a house. Does that count?
You lost a bid on a house?
Yeah.
Oh man, is this a HUD home or is it a go homing one? Or
It's a go homing house. It's it's a townhouse over on Petty Street, 5509 Petty Street.
Okay.
Probably it's about 2,400 square feet. It's a 3.5/2. Probably is worth $290,000, $300,000. $290 a little bit on the conservative side. It's probably easily $300,000. But the kicker is it's occupied.
Mm.
So the assumption is, of course, you know what an assumption is, that it's leased.
Okay.
So if the guy who's leasing it now's payment covers the previous mortgage, and the previous mortgage was around $250 roughly. We guesstimated that, and the bid said that they don't give you what the reserve is on the house, and they said the reserve hadn't been met yet. Well, 70% of 290 is 203, and we have no idea really what the house looks like on the inside, and if it's a good tenant, a bad tenant, if it's even a tenant, it could be the owner, who the hell knows. So I wasn't willing to go over 2 on it. 70% of 290 is 203. I wasn't willing to go over 2, and the bid was up to 199.2, and I'm not going to go over that. So whoever else wants to journey into that little dark forest, they can go do that.
Got it. Okay. Well, just watch it, you know, because even if someone might have accepted it, it might go back on market. So.
Yeah, we tagged my bid as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's how I got my last house, was on a backup. So you never can tell. Sometimes they come back to you in about 10 days, knock on your door, and say, "Would you still like that house?" Oh, okay. One of the questions I had, and well, you answered one about how to do these CMAs, but how do we access the Stewart title information?
Okay, so when you can see my screen, right? When you see where it says public records right here?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, you click on that, and it's gonna pop up a different window.
Oh, here it is.
So if your computer doesn't pop up a different window, that means you have to turn off the pop-up blocker.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And then what I'm doing at the moment, as the other guys have shared with what they're doing, I'm building a house at the moment. So I poured the foundation yesterday. And so as soon as I get off here, I've got to call the trash guy, the tractor guy, the steel guy, and the lumber yard. And the city of Houston, by the way. Got to get all those guys called today. In the meantime, what I'm doing is tracking down houses and trying to do analysis. Building this house has been a real pain in the derriere, so I'm behind on doing that. But I'm trying to search out these deals to the wholesalers, bid sites, and MLS and whatever, and analyze these deals, trying to find my next one.
Okay.
Because at the moment I've got a house sitting over there. Showings are very slow at the moment, so we had hoped by about this time we'd have more activity on the house. The activity has been slow, so just need buyers.
So does it need more marketing, or is it the price, or what?
We have it priced below market. The realtor just tells me that really all of his listings are slow at the moment in that price range. There was one in the neighborhood that dropped their price $40,000, and they got a contract on it, but
wow,
I'm willing to drop it $40,000. They were in distress.
Got it.
I'm
okay.
priced below market, and it's just everything is slow. Not a lot of sales going on at the moment.
Okay. So what can you do to market and generate more traffic to the house?
Good question. Should we put it on Craigslist?
Why not?
Okay.
What else can you do?
There's another site. Oh, what is it? Someone just referred it to me this morning. It's oh damn, Expensive House or something, or anyway. There's a site for larger homes that you can put it on.
Got it. But is there a lot of traffic going to that site, though?
I have no idea.
Got it. Okay.
Someone referred it to me today, and it's I've never heard of the site before, and I don't know.
Okay. So what about any other thing that you can do to?
We have advertised it in the local paper. We have blasted the realtors.
Okay. Anything
in
else?
the area. We have sent
When you say you blasted the realtor in the area, you mean with emails or you actually call them?
emails.
Okay. So you might want to consider
Um,
calling them too. Like if you look on the MOS, you can find realtors that have sold houses in that area.
right.
Call them.
Okay. Um,
Do you know how to search for that?
no, I don't. How do
Okay.
we do that?
Um,
I was going to ask my realtor. I assumed that he knew how to do that.
so I'll give you an example. Give me a name of the subdivision.
Lakeshore.
Okay.
And it's not the Lakeshore in southwest Houston. It's the Lakeshore up here in northeast.
Do you know what's the zip code?
77044.
Okay. And I am just going to do sold only. Okay. Okay. And I'm just gonna do sold in the last year. Okay. And see how many searches I have here. Ooh, 148 searches. That's too much. All right, let me go to six months for now. All right, 75 searches. So if I go to the detailed of each one of them, oops. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, so here it tells me who the listing broker and listing agent is.
Right.
And if I scroll down here, it tells me who the selling, this is a cash sale. So maybe we need to exclude the cash sales here. It tells me who,
Nora Lopez.
yeah, Dora Lopez. So if you click on her, you have her contact information. You see that?
Yep.
So,
Okay.
yeah, and then you can go through. So that's the first property. So here's the second property. This one is an FHA buyer for Lisa Baker. But let me go back because the results is giving me properties that are way too cheap. So hold on. I mean, is the price range that big in there, Lakeshore? You have anywhere from 100?
We're at 290. Yeah, Lakeshore is the west side of West Lake Houston Parkway is the lesser priced homes, and the east side next to the lake they go up to $1 million.
Okay, got it.
We're about 4 blocks from the lake, so we're at 290.
Okay, so then what I can do is I can add in a criteria on the sold price. So I can just find properties or even list price. Go to sales. Price per square foot list sold. Okay, selling price, listing price. I think this is it. So I'll just do 200,000 or more. Maybe I'm using okay. Yeah. Maybe that's not it. Let me find out which. So any extra criteria that you want to add on, you can do that very quickly here by adding the field.
Okay.
Okay, let me see here. I'm looking for list price. There we go. And field. So list price is a minimum of 200. Okay. So now I have 58 searches, 58 matches. And so So there you have it. So you can contact all of these agents
Okay.
that sold them. There's a lot of them. Seems like there's a lot of activities. So
Yeah.
yeah, so contacting all of these agents would be good, and you can even give them a BTSA. You have a BTSA set up?
What is a BTSA?
It's called Bonus to Selling Agent.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you giving them a bonus now?
I have not.
Okay. So you
My agent said he didn't think we needed to just yet.
okay. How long has it been listed?
2.5 months.
I think it's time. I mean, 30 days is plenty. What do you think, Jim?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is now time to put in a BTSA. And you can qualify the BTSA as long as your list price is very, very close to market. You can put $1,000 bonus or $2,000 bonus for a full price offer. That's one way you can structure your BTSA. You don't have to, of course. You can make it a BTSA. Just bring me an offer, an acceptable offer. Another thing you might think about, Mike, is an incentive to the buyer. Come in with a full price offer and get a flat screen plasma TV, 78 inches or whatever they are.
Hey, I'm already giving them new appliances.
Well, this is above and beyond the appliances.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Jim. I know.
This is some sort of an incentive that wouldn't qualify as an appliance, if you will.
Right. I understand.
Like in a golf course community, maybe something related to golfing, or a one-year membership to the country club or something like that. So
Sure. I understand.
yeah.
Yeah, and a date with you too, Mike.
Yeah, I'm so charming.
A date with you, a date with Jim. I think that'd be good to go.
There you go.
No, Tim, we don't want to put a date with me because we want him to buy the house.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else you need to help with?
That helps a lot.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. All right, Tina, you're the last one on the line. What are you working on? What challenges do you have? What do you need help with? Tina, you there? Okay, maybe not. Jim, are you working on anything cool and new and exciting that you want to share with us before we get off the webinar?
No, nothing spectacular. Just plugging away, doing my thing, deal after deal. Just keeping the machine well oiled.
Right. Awesome.
Jim, where are you finding your deals?
Well, I have somebody in house that brings me my deals now.
I know you do.
The majority of our deals come off our website.
Okay.
So that's where we get the most of our deals is off of our website.
What is your website, Jim?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to look it up for you. That's Jeremy's job, not mine. But there's lots of ways to generate leads. I think I've shared with you all my list of 43 different ways, and
Yes.
Tim teaches most most everything on that list is stuff that Tim is well familiar with. Some of it he's not as enthusiastic about as others, as am I. There are some that are not nearly as productive as others, but the more time, money, and effort you focus on a viable, credible marketing method, the more productive it's going to be. So, you know, be it bandit signs, be it HUD homes, be it probate properties, direct mail, whatever, the more time, money, and effort you devote, the more productive it's going to be.
Okay.
As long as it is a viable method and one that's proven and time tested, and all of these methods are. I mean, we're not steering you wrong here, guys. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yep. All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Jim, for coming on to hang out with us today.
My pleasure. It was very informative.
Awesome. And I was only planning to do one hot seat today, but you know we had enough time to do several, so that's really cool. And we're gonna do another one tomorrow as well. So if any of you guys have any new challenge to bring on tomorrow, you're certainly welcome to do that. You know, if you go out there and take action on something today and bring on tomorrow, that's cool. And yeah, so just recap real quick. You know, make sure you're actively reaching out to wholesalers. Don't just wait for them to send you emails. You know, actively reaching out to them so that way you get deals from them before they blast it out. You know, make sure you analyze and bid on those HUD homes and contact those sellers that we're sending out to you. And go get some political signs. They're free, and I still see some out there. So those big signs are really cool because you get to cut them up, like those 4x8 signs. You get a bunch of signs out of those. So you know, so go hustle it, get some free signs, some free marketing, and talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.